here for hopefully a quick video on how to use the grain system here on the Millennial Farmer map. There seems to be a lot of confusion about this system here and getting a lot of questions about it, so I thought I'd just do a quick video on it. Also, at the end here, I'll show you how to fix the transfer system if you need to. So if your transfer system is not working, or maybe that's what you're here for, maybe just skip to the end of the video for that, if you already know how to use the rest of the grain silo system here on the Millennial Farm map. So anyway, first things first, everyone, let's get in a truck here. If I pull a truck up to the dump here, to the pits, you'll notice, hey, we can't unload. It doesn't work, right? Well, that's because we need to go over to the controls here, and we got several different options to choose from. If we bring up F1 help menu here, this is where you're going to control where you load to and from on this silo system. Hopefully that makes sense, so we can load the dry silo. So if I want to unload this trailer and I want to load it into the dry silo, I can push keypad 1. If I want to go to the wet silo, keypad 3. If I want to unload the dry silo, keypad 4. And if I want to unload the wet silo, keypad 6. So right at the moment, I have some barley in here. We'll just go ahead and dump this in. How about we just dump it in the dry silo? So we're going to do keypad 1. Notice a couple of different lights come on there. Load the dry silo. Now, if we might have to back over this. Try this again here. Let's go back over here. And there we go. Now we have the option to unload. Go ahead and unload. Now, one thing to keep in mind, everyone, you have, I think it's about a minute or so before this shuts back off again. So just something to keep in mind here. Once it's done unloading, we're done. And we need to wait for this to shut off if we want to change anything else. So we'll be back in a minute here once this is off. Okay, when the light just shut off here, now if we want to do something else, we can. Before we do that, though, let me show you the menu here real quick so you can understand how this works here for the silo systems in the menu. The top, the kind of orange colored row here is your dry bin. And then the bottom, the silos other here is your wet bin. Notice there's nothing in the wet bin here at the moment. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to unload the dry silo. So keypad 4. Notice a bunch of different things turn on there. Hop back in the truck. We can push R. We'll just grab some wheat here, and we can start loading out wheat. By the way, of course, if you had pulled under here and tried to refill from the silo without first turning it on everyone, you would have got nothing. It wouldn't have filled anything. But now we got wheat in the truck here. Let's go ahead and get this out of the way here a minute, and we'll wait for this to shut back off, everyone, and we'll switch over to the wet bin here. To my understanding, you're not really supposed to, like, okay, I want to dump this straight into the wet silo now, everyone. You're not really supposed to do that. You're supposed to wait for this to shut off and then go switch to the wet silo, to my understanding. Okay, our unloading augers just shut off, so we're going to go back here again. We're going to go tell it to load the wet silo, which is keypad 3. Turn that on. Notice the lights come back on. Also, we have a sound effect for this one. I don't know why the dry silo doesn't, everyone, but it doesn't. Thinking there's probably potentially maybe a problem there, but anyway, go ahead and unload this here now. And if we go check the menu here, everyone, well, let me, now it should be showing up here. Oh, we need to scroll back over. There we go. Yes, 420 bushels of wheat are now in the other silo capacity. And then what we're going to do, everyone, we're going to let this shut off here, and I will show you how to transfer. Now, obviously, we just transferred it this way as well. We can unload the dry, put it in the truck, dump it in the pit, transfer it to the wet, or you can go vice versa, right? But there's actually a system on here where we can actually transfer from the wet silo over to the dry silo. And that's inside this shack here. Like I said, I just need to wait for this to shut off here a minute. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I was going to pause the recording, but no need to. So anyway, once that shuts off, everyone, we're going to go in this shack here. You got this green control box up on the wall here. If you bring up your help menu, keypad 5, transfer wet to the dry. Also, you notice you have the option to enter a vehicle. Now, when I first started this map, everyone, my option to enter the vehicle is right by this door here. And then there is a little fix for that, so you can actually get this in. It's supposed to be, I guess, like right here, if I understand it correctly. And you notice in my case it is. So anyway, keypad 5 to transfer silo. So we're going to transfer from the wet to the dry. Push keypad 5. Notice that lights up, and also if we go out here, everyone, a couple different lights come on out here as well for what it's worth. And then if we push E to get into the vehicle, so E to enter the vehicle, notice we like are sitting in front of this like little bench here. and we can push R to start filling. So R to start filling. Notice it'll give us whatever is in the wet silo. In this case, the only thing I have in there is wheat. Start. We get back out here, and it is transferring the wheat from the wet silo. Also turns on the animation for the dryer over to the dry silo. And this only runs for, I think it's maybe like a minute or two, everyone. So something just to keep in mind there. So now we are transferring from the wet over to the dry. And that is how that works. So again, you can just get in here, turn on this, E to enter the vehicle. And like I said, it just kind of places you right in front of this little controller there. And then you can push R to start filling. And like I said, again, in this case, I mean, there's nothing else in here at this point. So, oh, get out of the menu. And notice our wheat is now back in the dry silo. So that does it for kind of the video on how to use the silo system, everyone. Now we're going to switch over to the desktop here, everyone, and I'm going to show you how to fix that E to enter vehicle problem if you have it, and or if it's not working. So I know a lot of people are saying they're outside this door here, or it's not even available for them at all. I'm not sure why that is, everyone, but if it's not available for y'all, like I said, watch the next section here. Okay, everyone, now I'm going to show you how to try to fix the silo system here on the Millennial Farmer map if it's not working for you. In this case, everyone, you're going to go to your save game for your map. So in my case, everyone, save game 10 is where I have the Millennial Farmer map loaded to. You're going to want to open up the vehicles XML file. So the vehicle XML file down near the bottom here, you can see I already have it open up in the background here. And we're going to want to look for the transfer belt system. As long as you haven't purchased a lot of equipment, and hopefully you haven't at this point, everyone, you should have no problem finding this. If you have purchased a lot of equipment, you may want to just double check and make sure it's this exact line right here. Make sure it's the exact one. Like I said, if you haven't bought a whole lot yet, this should be the only one that you have to worry about belt system in here. In my case, it's the second one from the top, the second vehicle from the top here, vehicle 2. Might not be the same for you, so just keep that in mind. Just do a search for the belt system if you can't find it. And then the line we're looking for, everyone, is this line here, the component 1 position. So component 1 position right here. This is what is screwed up on the map. You need to change this. What I'll do, everyone, is I will post this hopefully down below. Hopefully it'll work. You can just copy and paste this over. Replace your component 1 position with what I have pasted down below. Also, if you'd like to, too, you can also go to your items XML, and if you look for the silo placeable here, the silo placeable and the belt need to have the exact same position. So you can also copy the position from your silo placeable here. Again, you can just search for this if you have to. Just search for the silo placeable under the items XML. Copy that line and paste it over into the position over here. So get both your position and your rotation. Now, I don't know why, everyone. I still have 2 different numbers here. Apparently, the game must change it. Because what I did, everyone, is I copied this position here and pasted it over to this position here. And you can see it's still different. So apparently, the game changed it. But anyway, it's working. So I'm going to leave it where it's at. What I'll do, everyone, is I will post both of them down below. If one doesn't work, try the other one. See what happens, I guess. So that's how you fix that one. Relatively simple fix. If you actually want to fix the mod and maybe you want some more information, detail on this, go check out Kendrick on YouTube. He's the one that showed how to do this initially, a little bit different way. He went a little more in depth. For this, like I said, if you have already started your save game, all you have to do is change this here. Don't bother worrying about the mod. Changing the mod will not fix your problem unless you start a brand new save game. So just something to keep in mind there. Any other questions about the silo system or this, everyone? Be sure to throw them down in the comments below. I'll do my best to answer them. And with that, everyone, thanks for watching, and till next time.